Morning.
Gaffer.
Are you alright, Gaz?
I'm having a coffee, can you believe it?
No, I can't. How are you going, lad?
Alright.
Good to see you.
I've just seen your promo. I didn't realise you scored so many good goals. Are we doing alright?
I'm going okay, pal. Yourself?
Ah, good. Played against them for Newcastle. I was 17, and they got a penalty, and he scored it, and he went past us. I went, "Great penalty, Brian." He just looked as if I say, "You nugget." And then when I played against him again, and then we meet up with England, and he put us under his wing. He just said, "Don't go for the headers because you can't head the ball, and leave the tackles to me because you can't tackle either." I thought, well, that's the end of my England career. But yeah, since then, I just loved him a bit. But the reason why I loved him was on Match of the Day years ago, Match of the Day, and he was playing for West Bromwich Albion. And I remember he scored this header from about 18 yards out. And I thought, yeah, well, I'm not going to mention his hair, but he has big curly hair. And it was the goal that set me off, and I says, I love that player.
But I can remember you when you were 17 and you said that, and I thought, who's that kid there? Like, congratulate me on scoring the penalty. And I'm playing against.
You scored the penalty.
I'm thinking, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But then I can remember the next year when we played you at St James's Park, you were running rings around me, and I tried to belt you a couple of times, but you skipped over me. And we got in at half time. And that was the closest I got to a hairdryer treatment from Alex. And he's like screaming at me, and I went, I know, Gaffer. I says, I didn't really know much about him. I says, but he's not bad. And he went, well, get it sorted in the second half, and you still beat us 1-0 that day.
Remember Hong Kong when we did the dentist chair? I know he come and took us away from all the lads and took us back to my bedroom, and that was good. Because otherwise I would have been there till 5 in the morning. I was only there till 4:30.
Well, Terry was good, but all the lads had been really good on that trip.
Yeah.
To China and then Hong Kong. And everybody sort of like wanted to go out with you for a couple of pints, because it's the first time you could have a couple of beers, because we were coming back and having 3-4 days off with the family before the European Championship started.
Yeah.
So when you said it was your birthday and you asked Terry if you could go out and have a few drinks with the lads, and I said, well, I'll go and look after them, Terry. And Don Howe, I can always remember Don Howe going, whoa, Brian's going to look after them, because Don knew I liked the pint. But when we went in there, it was unbelievable. That.
Yeah, mad.
I mean, I didn't see us on the dentist chair because I stood at the bar with Alan Shearer, and we were just having a beer. But I don't know what that guy put in when you come back and you had that
big bowl.
Dish. Yeah, that big bowl.
To climb on his chair to get into it.
Because the 7 of you leaned over and you all had a straw. And then 20 minutes later, I've never seen 7 players get so drunk so quickly.
The bowl was like that. You had to climb on the chair to get into it. Yeah.
But then I did quite a good job, really, because Terry had given us a curfew of 1 o'clock, and I got yous all back at 1 o'clock. So, but I knew I had to get you. You were the one. I had to get you, because if you were staying, some of the other lads were staying. But as soon as I saw me get your arm and say, right, we're back to the hotel, then all the lads followed suit then. But where did that come from? Yeah, you know, when you scored the goal, who planned that, or who?
Me, or the dentist chair.
Did that just
come
into your head?
I was thinking of it, you know, just in the dressing room, and I'm thinking, right then, and I thought Scotland, because I remember the gaffer was going to, he said he's not playing us, and I couldn't sleep at 10 o'clock the night before the game, and I said, I can't sleep. I said, am I playing? And he went, no, I don't know. And I was like in tears, and he went, of course you're playing. So when I'm in the dressing room, we're just about to go, and I said, oh lads, look at whoever scores, does the dentist chair. Well, obviously, with me being an alcoholic, I did score and do the dentist chair, but the only good thing was I was Lucasade in the bottle and not gin. But yeah, I said to the lads, so that most of them knew straight away, and then when they lied on me back and I said, get the bottle, they all coming like squeezes of a bottle. But in the dressing room afterwards, I was buzzing. I was buzzing.
But that night in Turin, when you came off, did you speak to Bryan when you realised?
In tears. Yeah, I'll call them. The lads were good on the pitch, and Chris Waddle and Terry Butcher and Bobby Robson was brilliant. Cause I was gutted really, and he just said, "Listen, you've done yourself proud, you've done your family proud, you've done your own country proud," which didn't have that made it any better. But I was just our crowd were brilliant all throughout the tournament.
Yeah, they were great.
They were brilliant, and our team spirit. I was fortunate because I'm in awe with the gaffer. He's my idol. So I'm only 23. And you look at some of the players that are playing for England now and they say, no, he's only a baby, he's 23. God, I had to grow up quickly because I was with the gaffer, and then I was with Terry Butcher, then it was all them, you know, John Barnes, Chris Waddle. So I was an old brother. I remember just sitting once in the dressing room, I was trying to sit next to the gaffer. The gaffer was there, and I'm in the middle, and I've got Terry Butcher here, and I'm thinking, wow, this is brilliant. I've got the gaffer here. And it was my idol, and Terry Butcher. And I thought, wonder what it's like to play for England. And Terry Butcher went, "This is my house. No one comes into my house and takes anything." I went, oh, and then I've got the gaffer, yeah. But going out with the gaffer and people like that was a great bonus. And I don't think some of the players who play for England now realise what it's like to play by your country.
That was my most disappointing time in my career, Gaz. You know, 1990.
Yeah.
Like that was a good team, and then with yourself and all that, we had a good understanding in the games that we played before that, and so to snap my Achilles against the Dutch in the second game, and then lose out on that. That's as disappointing as you missing out with Glenn Hoddle.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It's
horrible. You know, when you're having such a good time, and our team spirit was phenomenal because even the players who weren't playing were right behind us, weren't they? Normally, if it was me dropped, I would have been absolutely gutted. There was the gaffer and Neil Webb always together, and I'm thinking, I shouldn't really say this, but he'd probably be watching, and I thought, I'm never going to get a game yet. And then Neil Webb done his ankle, he got taken off, and then I got the chance. I got the chance to play with the gaffer in midfield, which was, for me, is probably one of the best feelings ever, you know. I think that's one of the reasons I didn't join Man United, because it was just Neil Webb and the gaffer constantly, and Neil Webb obviously played for Man United, so I thought maybe I'll not get a game. That was one of the reasons. But yeah, we had some good laughs. I've had some off him as well. When he dropped us, in Middlesbrough he dropped us, because I was messing with the lads too much, back and see him. And he dropped us and I had tears in my eyes. And then it was okay after a while.
Yeah, but when Andy Townsend told me the story about when you bought the jet ski, and you're out in the North Sea, he says you were about a mile out at sea, and you're on this jet ski, he says, and the waves were coming over the top of you. And I said, I've got to do something about this, because I put Andy Townsend with the house that you was in. I thought he'd calm you down. It went the other way. You were leading him astray.
I suffered in this jet ski because I had a big woolly jumper on, and with the waves I hit us, I fell off the jet ski. I've got this woolly jumper and I'm a brick because the waves are coming over, and the jet ski was just going round and round like that. I couldn't stop it. Eventually got a hold of it. Yeah, Andy had a Harley Davidson.
No, well, I couldn't really join in, since I was the manager. I had to keep you a little bit.
I remember I did go to
the coach.
Oh, the coach, yeah. But I did ask the gaffer because he joined in training and he was the best player in training. So I went, hold on. And I said, Gaffer, can you not play midfield with us? But he said the chairman wouldn't let him. But so he comes in, the gaffer, he says, look, you guys, the chairman just bought a new team bus. So imagine how excited I got. I went, oh, team bus. So I ran out and I said, the gaffer wants to see you now. And he went, me, why does he want to see me? I don't know, just he wants to see you. So he went out and he's left the keys in the bus. So I thought, I'm taking us into town. So I've started up and I was so excited with the big steering wheel and all that. And I thought, I'm going into town. So we're going along a country lane and I thought I was in a Mini, didn't realise I was in a bus. So I thought, just turn it now. But I turned up into the trees. The bus was on its side, the big tree through the bus. And I've run into town. And he's called us up, the gaffer's called us up. And he went, Gazza. And I went, it wasn't me, gaffer. Well, obviously, I dropped my salad straight away. So the bus was on its side, big wreck, and I had to pay some of the damage, like. But yeah, I love, brilliant there, though. Because obviously
well, it was a good year, wasn't it? Because when I signed you, and we got promoted back into the Premiership, went to the Cup final, unfortunately got beat, but no, it was a good season. When you get relegated, the main thing is to get straight back up and, you know, to get to a Cup final as well and not get in the way of getting promoted. That was great by that squad of players. But that when Emerson, Juninho and Ravanelli all wanted to leave, that was great. When I got Andy Townsend, Neil Maddison, you know, I brought them in the transfer window, then I brought you in. And that was just the icing on the cake where we got promoted, because you were really fit at that time. And you had your head on where you wanted to enjoy your football again. I
think for me, to leave a club like Glasgow Rangers, I would have only been the gaffer. I wouldn't have left for any other manager. Mercer,
that's who else. How I can forget him, because he got North East Footballer of the Year, he got the Fans Footballer of the Year, the Players Footballer of the Year, and he got back into the England team. Yeah, he did. Merce that season. How I could put you and Merce together, I don't know.
I know. Me and Merce run together.
I always enjoyed trouble.
He was unbelievable, Merce. God almighty. Yeah, but I wouldn't have left the Glasgow Rangers anybody else but the gaffer, but Merce. I remember one time, the gaffer was in his office. I went down to the training pitch just to warm, not even before warm-up, and Merson kicked the ball to someone, but it missed him. Mercer went, I've had enough of this. I'm not saying gaffer was still in his office. Next time I said, where you going, Mercer? He went, I'm going home. I'll be back tomorrow. He did, he went home, come back tomorrow. You know, oh, good. But yeah, it was great there. I'm well looked after. Well looked after. But we did have a good team spirit then to go there to win promotion. It was a great feeling. I always remember there's a great picture of me and Merson sitting together afterwards. Yeah, Merson was some character. Great player though, good player.
Oh, he was a great player.
Great player.
I tell you what, I always admired him when I saw him play for Arsenal. But then when I brought him into the club, that season, I didn't realise how good of a player Merce was.
He was good. Idle. Not a lazy idle, but no, I'm in awe with him. He's me idol. Always will be. But I just love him. I just love him in general. Always will do. And he's, like I said, forget about Maradona, Pele. The gaffer's always been my best player ever. If I had a bit of Bryan Robson inside of us, and the player was, I would have been untouchable. Great to see you.
Great to see you, Paul. Great to see you.
He was one of the players that I really looked up to.
Was never selfish, and that was something that epitomised him.
Well, it's not even a gamble, you know, buying a player like him, because he's pure gold.
Signing him for me was the best bit of business Man United had ever done.
Did I ever have a tougher opponent? No.
It was the first major trophy that I won, and it's exactly why I moved to Manchester United, because I wanted to win things in my career.
He was the outstanding player in the league.
Floating it, McQueen looking to get the header in, and Robson!
Once you saw the real Bryan Robson in midfield, there's nothing better.
That if Bryan had stayed fit in '86 and '90, we'd have won one of them.
He was my hero, and I'd be in awe of him.
I didn't realise just how good he was.
Go into every challenge like it was the last challenge he was ever going to go into in his life.
He couldn't spot danger. He didn't see danger.
Can he find the shot? Brilliant goal!
There's certain clubs that have certain numbers, and obviously with United, the number 7 shirt has always been special.
Number 7 is like the leader and the one who organizes everything.
He is not just a leader, he was a punters leader as well.
Thanks, Bryan.